Then comes the ocean current theory. Getting? Yeah. The ocean current theories, and they include the El Nino and Southern Oscillation. El Nino and Southern Oscillations theories. El Nino theory and the Southern Oscillation theories. So what is an El Nino? What is an El Nino? Actually, El Nino is said to be an unseasonal weather phenomena. El Nino is said to be an unseasonal weather phenomena, or it is also said to be a climatic accident. Unseasonal weather phenomena or a climatic accident which occurs along the coast of the southern America, that is the Peruvian coast, guys. Okay, so along the Peruvian coast in the southern Pacific Ocean, right, along the Peruvian coast, this is the Peruvian coast, right? So along the Peruvian coast, in general, you will be having the Humboldt or Peruvian currents blowing. They are cold currents. Humboldt or Peruvian currents, cold currents. So all these areas are cold, guys. And here you are having the equator. Okay, so all these areas will be having the cold waters. During the El Nino, what happens, right? The ITCZ, just now we are talking about the ITCZ which is present at the equator, right? During the El Nino time, what is happening? The ITCZ is shifting towards 20 degrees south, the Chile-Peru border. Peru-Chile borders. Okay, so 20 degrees south. So what is happening during the times of El Ninos? These areas which were previously having the cold currents, now we will be having the warm currents or warm waters. Okay. So what is it? It is a climatic accident which is taking place within the southern Pacific along the Peru-Chile border. Normally this area should have cold waters, cold temperatures, right? But during the El Nino, what's happening? The areas are recording higher temperatures, warm waters are coming into these areas. So this was the original explanation of El Nino, guys, right? Increase of temperature in the southern Pacific along with the Peruvian coast is known as El Nino. Okay, guys. So the literal meaning of El Nino is the child Christ or the baby boy. They have given the name child Christ because this phenomena is occurring during the December time, month of December. Okay, Christmas. So in general, whenever the cold currents are blowing, whenever the cold winds are blowing, guys, the cold winds won't give the rainfall. Cold winds are dry, right? Because the moisture will not be there in the cold winds, right? Whereas when these are becoming warm, right? So these areas are getting heavy amount of rainfall. So the people in Chile and Peruvian border, they will be rejoicing because they are getting the rains, guys. Hence they have given the name El Nino, the baby boy or the baby Christ, child Christ or the baby boy. So during the Christmas season they are getting heavy rainfall, so they will be very happy. Actually that is the original meaning of El Nino, guys. Okay, but what is happening during the El Nino? right? Whenever there is an El Nino, right, whenever the temperatures are increasing in this southern Pacific Ocean, it has been witnessed that in many parts of the world we are getting less rainfall. So the monsoons are also getting affected due to the El Nino. During the El Nino season, it is said that there is a deficiency of rainfall in the country. Okay, and this was our 10 marks question, guys, in the GS geography, right? And they said that the question was, do you support the statement that the El Ninos are the factors responsible for the deficiency of the monsoons, right? So each and every person who is present in India at that time, they said that yes, the El Ninos are the causes of factors causing the deficiency of rainfall in India. Only my students, they said no, because El Nino is only one factor identified by the Indian meteorologists out of 19 factors, guys. Okay, there are 19 factors which are affecting the monsoons of India. El Nino is just one factor. So how can we blame total El Nino for the deficiency of the rainfalls? And not only that, if you look at the recorded history of Indian climate in the past 150 years, okay, in the past 150 years, we had 43 rain deficiency years. Okay, 43 times we had deficiency of the rainfalls during the monsoons in 150 years. 43 years we have received less rainfall, now and then, guys, right? And out of that 43 years, only 19 times it was associated with El Nino. So if the deficiency of the rainfalls in India should be associated with El Nino, all the 43 times El Nino and deficiency should be at the same times. But 43 times we had the deficiency, but only 19 times it was associated with El Nino, right? And 6 instances were such that during the El Nino we had good rainfall. Okay, in 6 El Nino years we had good rainfall. There is a reason because of which we should not blame the sole El Nino for the deficiency of the monsoons in India, because there are 19 other factors which are taken into consideration to calculate the efficiency of the El Nino, and that is not necessary for you in the GS, guys. It is essential only for the geography optional. Okay, so we will be stopping that El Nino here, right? Next comes the southern oscillations. The southern oscillations, guys. What exactly the southern oscillations mean, right? And who is the person who explained this southern oscillation phenomena? Sir Gilbert Walker. Okay, Sir Gilbert Walker. Right. In 1920s, he was the chairman of Indian Meteorological Department, guys. In 1920s, Sir Gilbert Walker was the chairman of Indian Meteorological Department. Right. He explained the phenomena of southern oscillations through his Walker cycle. Phenomena of southern oscillations through his Walker cycle, and he said that whenever the southern oscillations are taking place, they are affecting the efficiency of rainfall in India. During the times of southern oscillations, the monsoons are getting affected. Okay, and he has given some indices, guys. Okay, so Sir Gilbert Walker has given certain indexes for good monsoons or bad monsoons, or the good rainfall in India or the deficiency of the rainfall in India. right? So what are the positive indices? He gave certain positive indices, right? And the indices were taken on the basis of the sea surface temperatures, guys. Variations in the sea surface temperatures. So this person has recorded the temperature variations over Pacific Ocean and Indian Ocean. Okay, so this person has recorded the temperature variations over Indian Ocean and Pacific Ocean, right? But to record the temperatures of the entire ocean, it is not a small job, it's an Hercules job, right? So what happened? For Pacific Ocean, he has taken one standard point called Tahiti Island. For Pacific Ocean, he has taken one standard point, that is the Tahiti Island, right? And for Indian Ocean, he has taken Port Darwin of Australia. As the standard point. Okay, guys. So in the positive indices, what is said, you know, whenever the temperatures of Indian Ocean are high, which means the temperatures of Port Darwin are high, right? Which means pressures are low. Okay, so whenever the temperatures of Indian Ocean or the Port Darwin is high, right, India is getting good rainfall. Clear, guys? So this is the positive southern oscillation. So this was the prelims question in the optional geography, guys. So this said that according to Walker, which of the following are the positive indices? So one is Port Darwin having high temperature, or Indian Ocean is also having high temperature. Number one. Number two, Port Darwin having low pressures, or Indian Ocean is having low pressures. Same, right? The same sentence can be repeated here. What you can say? The Pacific Ocean is having low temperatures, or the Tahiti Island having high pressures. Okay, guys. So whenever the Tahiti Island is having high pressure, right, the Indian Ocean is having low pressure, and the winds are moving from Port Darwin to Indian Ocean, and India is getting rainfall. Okay, positive indices, right? So during the positive indices, we will be having good rainfall. Next comes the negative indices. So automatically negative indices are vice versa. Okay, vice versa is the temperature here will be low. So the high pressure will be there in the Indian Ocean, right? And low pressure will be in the Tahiti Island or the Pacific Ocean. So the winds from Indian Ocean will be moving towards the Tahiti Island or the Pacific Ocean. Right, guys? So that is the negative indices. So whenever the negative indices are seen, India will not receive the rainfall. Okay, and it has been witnessed that whenever you are having the El Nino, these southern oscillations are taking place. Okay, so El Nino is nothing but high temperatures in the Pacific Ocean. Remember? Okay, high temperatures means low pressure. Low pressure means the winds will be going towards the Pacific Ocean. So it has been witnessed that whenever there is an El Nino, they are getting associated with the southern oscillations. Oscillations means moving up and down or side by side. So these winds are moving up and down. Okay, guys. So sometimes they are coming this side giving the rainfall, and sometimes they are going this side giving rainfall here. There is a reason because of which they have created a new word called as ENSO. Southern oscillations, El Nino and southern oscillations. El Nino and southern oscillations is ENSO. Right. Next comes the concept of La Nina. Yeah. La Nina is the opposite of El Nino, right? So the conditions when they become normal, it is called La Nina. It's the baby girl, literal meaning the baby girl. El Nino, baby boy. La Nina, baby girl. So the conditions are becoming normal in the southern Pacific Ocean, guys. Okay, the conditions are becoming normal in the southern Pacific Ocean. But along the Californian coast in the northern hemisphere, okay, North America, this is USA, this is Mexico, right? So during the La Nina, what is happening? These areas temperatures are increasing. Okay, so these areas are getting the rainfall. So that is La Nina. Next comes Modoki El Nino. This was 2-marker question in our civil service examination mains, guys. Modoki El Nino. Modoki El Nino. Modoki is a Japanese word which means changed. So Modoki El Nino is nothing but the changed El Nino. Right, guys? So during the El Nino, what is happening? The temperatures in the southern Pacific Oceans are increasing. Right? But during the changed El Ninos or the Modoki El Ninos, the temperatures in the central Pacific are increasing. This is the central Pacific Ocean. So central Pacific Ocean, the temperatures are increasing. So whenever the temperatures in the central Pacific Ocean are increasing, increase of temperature in the oceans is nothing but cyclone. Cyclone means rainfall, right? So because of the increased temperatures in the central Pacific Ocean, right, Philippines, right, northern Australia are getting increased number of cyclones with increased intensities. So Modoki El Nino is causing the temperature variations in the central Pacific Ocean, and that is causing the increase in number and intensity of cyclones in the northern Australia and the Philippines. So recently we are seeing that lots of cyclones are striking the Philippine island, guys. Islands. It is because of the Modoki El Nino. Right. So these are all the concepts which are trying to explain the origin of the monsoons, guys. Right. Now we will be talking about the progress of monsoons into India.